But I don't think we expected to make them a real feature of any of this, the way I felt about JD, and to say something about him that others couldn't. Behind the polished public image, there's a hidden side to Usha Vance's life that few people know. From being a successful lawyer to supporting her husband's rise in politics, Vice President-elect J.D. Vance's wife will be the first second lady of Indian origin. Usha has quietly faced challenges that are rarely seen. This is not the J.D. I know. This is not accurate. As J.D. Vance moved up the political ladder, whispers about their marriage began to grow. We're two different people. We have lots of different backgrounds and interests and things like that, so we come to different conclusions all the time. Some have questioned, is Usha really happy with J.D. Vance, or are there truths behind her smiling face? Let's find out. Usha Balachilakuri was born on January 6, 1986, in San Diego County, California. Her parents, Lakshmi and Ratha Krishna, Krish Chilakuri, were Telugu Indian immigrants. Her father taught mechanical engineering at San Diego State University, and her mother worked as a molecular biologist at the University of California, San Diego. Usha grew up in Rancho Penasquitos, a neighborhood known for its good schools and diverse culture. In 2003, she graduated from Mount Carmel High School. She played the flute in the marching band and loved reading. Friends saw her as a leader and a hard worker. She then attended Yale University, where she graduated with honors in history in 2007. She was a member of Phi Beta Kappa, volunteered in schools, led a Girl Scouts troop, and edited an education policy magazine. After college, Usha taught English and American history in China as a Yale China Teaching Fellow. She later studied at Clare College, Cambridge, earning a master's degree in early modern history as a Gates Cambridge Scholar in 2010, then attended Yale Law School, earning her law degree in 2013. While there, she held key editorial roles, including working for the Yale Law Journal. She also joined legal projects like the Supreme Court Advocacy Clinic and the Iraqi Refugee Assistance Project. After law school, Usha clerked for top federal judges, including Chief Justice John Roberts. In 2019, she joined a major law firm, handling legal cases in education, government, entertainment, and technology. At Yale Law, she met J.D. Vance. Despite their different backgrounds, they shared ambition and curiosity. They married in 2014 with both Christian and Hindu ceremonies. They have 3 children, Ewan, Vivek, and Mirabelle. When J.D. entered politics, Usha supported him. She spoke at the 2024 Republican National Convention and joined him at public events. In 2025, she became second lady. One of her first public visits was to Greenland for a national dog sled race, marking her growing public role. Usha's journey from private life to public service shows her strength. But behind the scenes, new challenges emerged, shaping her life in unexpected ways. J.D. Vance's book Hillbilly Elegy was published in June 2016 and brought him fame. It talked about the struggles of working-class America, especially in Appalachia. Many praised its honesty, while others criticized it for focusing too much on personal choices rather than broader issues. Still, the book changed his life, turning him from a lawyer and businessman into a well-known public figure. The book was so popular it was made into a movie in 2020. Ron Howard directed it, and Glenn Close and Amy Adams starred in it. Despite mixed reviews, the movie kept J.D. in the spotlight. He began appearing on TV to talk about poverty and changes in rural America. At first, people hoped he could bridge political divides. Throughout all this, Usha Vance remained in the background, offering support. J.D. was in the public eye, while Usha focused on her legal career and their family. She went to Yale Law School and clerked for Chief Justice John Roberts. Even with a strong career, she chose to stay out of the spotlight and let J.D. take center stage. Their marriage stood out because of their different backgrounds. J.D. grew up in a struggling Appalachian town, while Usha's parents were successful Indian American professionals. To many, they represented the American dream, 2 smart people from different worlds building a good life together. People saw them as the perfect couple, educated, ambitious, and balancing work with family. Usha was seen as J.D.'s grounding influence, helping him stay centered. The media talked about their relationship and admired her quiet support. Unlike many political spouses, she didn't seek attention, which made the public even more curious about her. At events, reporters noticed her calm and graceful presence. She almost never gave interviews. She rarely gave interviews, and when she did, she only spoke about their values, not personal matters. Some political spouses campaign alongside their partners, but Usha stayed private, adding to the mystery surrounding her role in JD's career. Public appearances, however, don't always reflect the full picture. Their marriage appeared strong, but life in the spotlight brought its own challenges. Usha had to adapt to being a political spouse, which meant attending more public events, something she didn't naturally enjoy. As JD progressed further into politics, criticism followed. Some people believed he changed his views to gain support, noting how he once criticized Donald Trump but later strongly supported him. Others questioned whether he truly understood the working class, considering his background and career. Through all of this, Usha remained silent, never expressing her political opinions. As media attention increased, she faced more pressure. Every action was scrutinized. Though she was used to high-level legal work, politics was different. Every move could become a headline. Despite this, Usha carried herself with grace. She attended campaign events, fundraisers, and occasionally gave speeches, but never sought to become a political figure herself. As JD became more vocal, some began to wonder what Usha really thought. Did she agree with him, or was she simply supporting him as his wife? No one knew, as she kept her thoughts private. Away from the public eye, their personal life had its own difficulties. JD's career required frequent travel and long hours, while Usha managed a demanding job and cared for their children, all while supporting her husband. The stress was real. She rarely showed it, but those close to them understood how difficult it was. Eventually, people began noticing signs of strain in their relationship. At some events, Usha appeared distant. At a rally in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, on October 28, 2024, she seemed less enthusiastic than usual. Her interactions with JD appeared strained. Some experts questioned whether something was wrong. In interviews, Usha gave short, cautious answers and avoided personal subjects. After JD received the vice presidential nomination, she was asked about his political goals. She replied, "We have discussed the opportunities and challenges, and nothing more." This made people wonder if she was hiding something. Her behavior with JD also changed. She used to stand close, smile, and engage in conversations. Over time, she kept more distance, looked away when he spoke, and stayed silent. At a donor event in Washington, someone noticed a small but meaningful gesture. JD placed his hand on her back, and she subtly leaned away. A small movement, but it meant something to observers. There was also a comment that seemed minor at the time but would later take on greater significance. Balancing her legal work with life as the second lady was difficult. As JD's political responsibilities grew, Usha had to set aside her own aspirations. She attended events, traveled, and dealt with media attention, all while raising 3 children. A key moment came during her trip to Greenland in March 2025. She had to navigate political duties under public scrutiny, revealing the pressure she faced due to JD's position. She handled it with poise, but it wasn't the life she had wanted. Those who knew her saw her deep passion for law and learning, yet she was being pulled away from it. Friends noted that she became quieter, her once bright energy dimming. In public, she smiled and stood by JD, never displaying resentment. But for those who looked closely, it was clear she was making quiet sacrifices. Some might say it was for love. But was JD truly the kind, supportive husband he appeared to be? He seemed calm, but at times, another side of him emerged. JD Vance rose from author to vice president, but his public outbursts led people to question his temperament and personal life. During a cabinet meeting, JD grew visibly angry with reporters. Cameras caught him clenching his fists and speaking in a harsh tone. His team tried to minimize the incident, but experts saw it as a sign of deep frustration. This raised concerns about how he behaved at home, especially with Usha, Another moment occurred at a fundraising dinner in Cincinnati. A server said JD appeared upset when his meal was delayed. Witnesses overheard him complaining and making an unkind remark, which made him seem impatient and rude. He also made a joke about former Vice President Kamala Harris. Some laughed, while others found it inappropriate. At one point, he said, "Modern women don't know real hardship." Many viewed this as offensive, even toward his own wife, who managed both a legal career and a political life. His statements about relationships also caused concern. He said that women who choose careers over family would end up unhappy. More troubling, he spoke against divorce even in cases of abusive marriages, saying couples should stay together for the sake of the family. This led people to ask more questions.